Hello. Right, I know what a few of you cynical people in the audience are thinking, right? Fuck me, Boris Becker's partied a bit too hard since Wimbledon's finished, okay? I don't really have a comeback for that. Anyone in from Glasgow tonight? Anyone? Brilliant, this set should go on fucking brilliantly then. I've actually come through from the East End of Glasgow to be here tonight, and for those of you who aren't familiar with the East End of Glasgow, it's actually the only bit of Britain that Google Street Maps is shit scared to go into. I'm actually from Aberdeen originally, and all my kind of parents and family kind of say, you know, what is it like living in the East End? And I've had a wee think about it, and I can basically describe it as living in an Ewok village, okay? Because every day I come home from work, right, and there's all these primitive, hairy fuckers with flaming torches, right? Now that's kind of where the analogy ends, okay? Because I don't think Ewoks can tuck their fur into their socks, you know what I mean? But who knows? But, you know, the East End does have its problems, and judging by all the kids outside my flat every day, I like to think that perhaps contraception might be one of them. And it's got me thinking, right, about the kind of ways that we can educate the kids in sex, right? Because, you know, it's a serious issue, right? Now, bear with me on this, okay? It has been a few years since we've had a playground craze, so let's just get STD top trumps in the go, right? Let's just get it out there, okay? You could have your gonorrhea, irritability factor of 5, right? You could have your chlamydia, longevity factor of 8, right? But you just know the guy with the AIDS card stuck with it. He's never swapping that one, you know what I mean? But I've recently moved into a flat with my girlfriend, and you know, it's going good, but we do have our problems, and food shopping is certainly top of the list. Now, I don't know if you guys in the audience will agree, but you're at Tesco's and you're doing your weekly shop, and you're rolling on up to the checkout with your weekly shop, right? And the cashier says, do you want a bag for life, right? A bag for life, okay? I've just signed a 6-month lease for my flat, okay? I want fuck all for life, let's be honest, right? And it kind of got me thinking, you know, what if the bag wants something different after a few years? What if it wants kids after 2 or 3 and I'm still not there yet? What if the arse falls out of it after 20 years? At least if the arse does fall out of it after 20 years, you can take your bag back and get a new one. Not quite as easy with your wife. My girlfriend and I have just gone on our first holiday together, which on paper sounds like a really good thing, unless A, you're shit scared of flying like I am, and B, you have to fly with Ryanair. Yeah, you know where this is going. You know, I thought, I need a holiday. I wanted to go to Budapest, so we thought, fuck it, let's just throw caution to the wind, quite literally, and we went for the weekend. Now, for the duration of the flight, all I wanted to do was look underneath my seat to see if there was a life jacket in there, because I wasn't expecting to find a life jacket. I was just expecting to find an IOU slip, and that just scared me even more. But fair play to Ryanair during these credit crunch times. They're trying to find that extra bit of cash from their customers, and they're thinking about charging you to use the toilet. Have you guys seen this? Right? Now, growing up as a kid, I thought it was a badge of honor to say that you'd been to Harrods and paid to, you know, to have the privilege, right? But there is something quite special and continental about saying that you've paid £1 to take a shit over Geneva, you know what I mean? But so we're descending into Budapest. You know, the flight went well, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but you get a fanfare over the tannoy. Have you guys had this at all? It's fucking bizarre, right? Now, bearing in mind I'm scared of flying, apparently it was because we arrived at our destination on time. But in my head, all I could hear was, ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the terminal, and you're not on fire. That's all I could think of. But it was a really good holiday. But I needed this holiday because I recently lost my job. Yeah, thanks for that. Now, I didn't lose any old job. I managed to lose a job at Setanta Sports, so what the fuck does that say about me? So, and the best bit of that gag is it's actually true as well. But, you know, I don't want to be one of these guys that are jumping on the bandwagon of saying it was doomed from the very start at Setanta. But you know when you're working in an office full of computer equipment and expensive recording gear, and your bosses are running away on the final day of trading with mouse mats and paper clips, that, you know, maybe it wasn't meant to be. But it's not all bad since losing my job. I have had time to build a one-on-one connection with Jeremy Kyle every morning. That has been good. And I tuned in a few weeks ago to be confronted with the headline, Jeremy confronts knife crime. And I thought, brilliant. At last the fucker's getting what he deserved. So I stuck the kettle on, I put my feet up, and I watched. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an hour of my life that I'm never getting back, and that just pissed me off even more, you know. But there is one thing about Jeremy Kyle that I do like, and it's when you get the girl Neds on. I don't know if you guys have seen this. And I like actually trying to decipher whether it's an old woman just dressing really, you know, inappropriately for her age, right? Or whether she's really young and just had a hard as fuck paper round, you know what I mean? That's my favourite bit of the programme. But it is safe to know that the cast of Jeremy Kyle also form the customer base of Greg's the Bakers. That's true, yeah. And I don't know if you guys have seen this recent advert, but with this, you've got Paddy from Max and Paddy, right? And he's selling Greg's to you, and he's welcoming you into this this beautiful shop. You've got gleaming counters, right? You've got an array of staff awaiting to take your order. You've got tray upon tray of delicious hot delicacies coming straight out the oven, fresh, right? That's nothing like the Greg's that I know, right? Where's the Krypton Factor-esque assault course where you have to circumnavigate a series of double buggies without having your ankles taken out? Where's the morbidly obese schoolgirl having her second yum-yum of the day for her breakfast? And where's the tramp with a 3-legged dog slurping a lukewarm steak bake through the gap in his mouth where his front teeth used to be? That's realistic. I'd buy into that, okay? But these are really tough times that we live in just now. And I don't know if you've seen it, but the exams, everyone got their exam results recently. Do you guys see the story about the guy that got a certificate for using public transport? Do you see that? Now, you literally can't write this shit. It's fucking brilliant, right? Now, the best bit of this story was that the guy didn't even know that he was sitting this exam. Somebody just stalked him and followed him to the fucking bus stop, right? Now, this is what he actually had to do to get a certificate. I've come prepared. Right, he got a certificate in using public transport. First of all, he had to walk to the local bus stop. He had to stand or sit at the bus stop and wait for the arrival of a public bus, right? Now, this is the key point. It's got to be a public bus. It's not just any, coach or whatever. It's got to be public is a key point. He then had to enter the bus in a calm and safe manner. He then had to sit on the bus and observe through the windows. Now, bear this one in mind. This is a key point. And finally, he had to wait until the bus is stopped, stand on request, and leave the bus. Also, his brother also took this exam, right? And he didn't... Yeah, you know where this is going. Yeah, he failed. Do you know why he failed the exam? Because he was listening to his iPod and he wasn't carefully observing through the window. That's true as well. But it is all good. Is there any non-Scots in the audience tonight? Hey. I must make a public apology because our national heroes are a bit shit, let's be honest, okay? You've got John Smeaton fronting a Fringe show. What the fuck's that about, right? Now, I just want to see his business plan when he was younger, tick that box, kicked a terrorist, the fuck, brilliant. Next year, Fringe show, you know what I mean? That's the transition I'd go for. But I'm a big James Bond fan, but I've got to admit that Sean Connery is a wee bit shit. But he is quite an apt role model for us Scots. Not only is he 79 and we still find him equally alluring, I don't know how the fuck that works, right? But also, he's also the laziest guy in Scotland because whether he's playing a suave British spy, whether he's playing an Irish American during the days of Al Capone, or whether he's playing a kind of immortal Spanish Egyptian, it's the same fucking accent, right? Now, if that doesn't epitomise our laziness, I don't know what is. But he's always so vocal about Scotland and his love for Scotland. Now, he must be pretty distant if you're opening your curtains every day and looking at the sun-drenched sands of the Bahamas, right? Now, you are a wee bit detached from the fucking piss-soaked streets of Edinburgh, you know what I mean? I don't think he's all there. But it has been a tough year, and MPs can't even get their expenses claimed for anymore. This is true. And they're all saying it's the system that's to blame the system, right? I can kind of see their point, because there are only so many times you can legitimately claim for a blowjob and get your money back. I'd be sticking down hair straighteners, interior design, the works as well. But I am going to leave you now. It has been a sad year. It's been the year that Woolworths has bitten the dust. Oh, no. The home of the pick and mix. Yep, you know where this is going. I tell you what, though, I went in before Christmas with a fiver and I got the best pick and mix of my life. I got a few metal shelves. I got a handful of metal baskets. And I got a life-size cardboard cutout of Hannah Montana. There's a few sick fucks in. Right, first of all, I've had somewhere to hang my jacket for the last 6 months, which has been a godsend. And I've also not had to buy any porn for at least the same period. So, on that note, I have been Gavin Sturgeon. Thank you.